pessoal, tudo bem? Vocês sabem como o tratamento para rugas com Botox foi descoberto? Bom, eu tive a oportunidade de conversar com uma médica oftalmologista canadense, a Dra Jean Carruthers, que foi quem descobriu essa técnica maravilhosa que trouxe aí uma revolução para o mercado da estética e dermatologia. Então vamos lá conferir? Hi there. First of all, I would like to thank you so much to accept my invitation and take part of your time to chat with me. It's a big honor having you here, an incredible and inspired woman. I want to congratulate you for the Women's Day that was last week. And I have read about you and your career and how you are important for us professionals that take care of the beauty and the skin. So tell us more about your beginning. Why did you choose to be a doctor and ophthalmologist?
Great question. My mother was a doctor. She was a radiologist, but I wanted to also be a doctor like my mother, but I wanted to be a clinician looking after people, helping people. And so when I was a medical student, I had the opportunity to do a really interesting research project on embryology of the eye. And it was fascinating. The eye is so beautiful. And I thought that it would be a great way to have a career looking after people's sight. I also liked orthopedics, but I recognized that orthopedic surgeons work all the hours that everybody else is off because they're looking after all the injuries from work and play. And I would never probably get married and have a family, and I wanted to do that as well. So that's how I chose ophthalmology. I thought it was a very lovely and most interesting career for anybody, let alone a woman.
Oh, that's so nice and interesting. Did you ever imagine that you would make history?
Oh no, no, not at all. It was just being in the right place at the right time, because the baby boomers were just getting into their late 30s and 40s and starting to show some lines, folds, frowns, wrinkles. And the only things that were available at that time to treat them were collagen, fibril, and fat. And Alistair, my husband, is a cosmetic dermatologist, and he had explained to me how difficult it was to treat frown lines with just those three things, because although you could smooth the skin out when the face was relaxed, it was impossible when the person frowned. The skin just folded. And so that was the beauty of what I was doing. Is one of my patients who I was treating with Botox for her benign essential blepharospasm got angry at me. And she said, "You didn't treat me here." I apologized. I'm so sorry. I didn't think you were spasming there. And she said, "Oh, I know I'm not spasming there. But every time you treat me there, I get this beautiful, untroubled expression." And so I thought, well, this would help Alistair with his wrinkle patients, because this solves the problem of them being able to make a frown, because it just relaxes the frown. So that's why we decided to do a study. And then it was really being thought crazy. You want to use the most poisonous poison on something so frivolous as a wrinkle? There is nothing frivolous about a wrinkle, and there's nothing frivolous about botulinum toxin. They're a great pair.
Yes, and you discover a miracle for our wrinkles. Yes. Dr. Jean, you were a pioneer in this treatment. The pharmaceutical industry has changed the route of indication, and currently the cosmetic indication is the best known. Did you patent the Botox for cosmetic use? Did you have any advantages over your discovery?
I tried to get the frown patent, and a local firm in Vancouver said they didn't know. So they sent me to a firm in Toronto, and they said, well, it's not different enough from the blepharospasm indication, so it's not patentable, which was such bad advice. So I should have kept going to another law firm and another law firm until I got it done. But it was something that there's no experience that's bad if you don't learn from it. So then I had the idea of the mouth frown, you know, the downturned mouth corners that make people look bitter and sour. And you can weaken the depressor anguli oris muscle here and lift the corners of the mouth up. And that actually is fantastic for as a treatment for neuromodulators. And so I patented that. And then Allergan bought that patent from me.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I got a
And
little one.
this happening was a watershed in your life. What changed if you compare the before and after this event?
Everything changed because I went from being a pediatric ophthalmologist and a strabismologist to being a cosmetic oculofacial plastic surgeon. I retrained. I became a member of the American Society for Ophthalmic Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. I gave away 20 years of pediatric ophthalmology and adult strabismus patients to my colleagues here in Vancouver. My husband changed from being doing Mohs surgery and switched to just doing cosmetic dermatology. And then our kids were finishing high school and going to university. And so with this enormous, it was just an enormous change. Well, there's a funny story. My husband gave me a birthday present, and in the birthday card was a phone number. And I said, "Oh, that's great. What's that? Tennis lessons?" He said, "Well, phone it and find out." And what it was Gustav Auer. He was a chef. And Alistair had recognized that with all the enormous changes going on in our professional lives, we needed somebody to cook for us. So Gustav was a wonderful, wonderful friend. He cooked for us for several years while we went through this transition. So it was a huge, huge upheaval in our family, but very positive in the long run.
It's so good, Dr. Jean. So our interview is basically this. So I would like to ask you to leave a message for the Brazilian women that is watching you in this video, because most of my public is women and Brazilians.
Well, women, all the dermatologists that I know in Brazil are beautiful. They are so well put together at every time of day and night. They're just amazing. And I miss you. I miss them all. I see them all at meetings and we hug each other. And I just want to give a special shout out to Ada Trindade de Almeida and Doris Hexel. Lots of love from me to you and to all of our wonderful colleagues and women in general in Brazil.
Yeah. So, Dr. Jean, I'm so thankful to have this opportunity to talk to you. And I hope this pandemic time done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And next year, if I have the opportunity to go back to Canada, I will visit Vancouver and visit you in your clinic one more time, I say to you.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to show you Vancouver right now from
Oh,
my office.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's you can see the snow on the mountains.
Yes, I can see.
And the city just waking up. So, yeah.
Dr. Jean, thank you so much.
Thank you, Octavio. A pleasure.
It's a
great
pleasure.
pleasure. Okay,
Thank
I'll
you.
look forward to meeting you for real. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking too.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.